How you guys in life? How you guys doing? So I want to do a bed rant. Just want to talk about my process and stuff. Um, so I had an epiphany walk today. I haven't really had one of those since maybe I was 13 and I walked and I figured my whole life out. I'm trying to think if I had any other walks since then that were on that level. Well, not for a while. But just had one today. I kind of made some epiphanies. I made 3. I'd like to share them with you guys if I haven't. Some of them I've already alluded to, but I want to reiterate them and share the 3 with you guys. And then maybe just diverge into the rest of the rant after that, and then we'll be done. So, number 1, I realized I have to have no rules, but the only rule is that there's no rules. I have to have that mindset when I record with a moderator. I just need to. I need to figure that anything goes, and don't have my mind closed to anything. And that was kind of what the Jimi Hendrix Experience had when they had Chaz Chandler as producer. So that was epiphany number 1. Epiphany number 2 is that Meta is always saying that to be great at something, to accomplish something great or whatever that is, you have to have two phases where you do 2 different things, and you have to be good at both of them. First of all, you have to put your mind to it, do it, be dedicated, persevere, triumph, do the whole thing, really dedicate yourself and apply yourself. But then you got to step back at some point, let it do its thing. You can't get too close to it either, otherwise you just spin out. And I realize that's the point I'm at in my career as Shirtless Guy. It's time to just kind of step back a little bit. I've shown I work hard. I've shown I do my stuff. And now the better result comes sometimes just from letting it go. Not trying too hard, not pushing it. Not always being just right against the problem. And that's what I'm starting to do. So I'm kind of rising to that challenge the best I can too. That the challenge changes on you. And now that it's challenge, I feel like the challenge is changing on me, and I'm rolling with the punch. And trying to do that. Go ahead and do it well, and do it, So that's epiphany number 2. Epiphany number 3, and these just hit me on my walk today. I mean, a lot of this is new thought I haven't heard before from anyone, but whatever. I had an epiphany. The 3rd epiphany I had was, do you know what? If musicians and singers and Shirtless Guy and all that, if we're all entertainers, if music and singing and all that and is to entertain, then there's no absolute objective way of saying that someone sucks. It's entertainment. What's entertaining to you may not be entertaining to somebody else, and you just have your one opinion, but your opinion may be irrelevant, or you may be whatever. It's just opinion. If I'm entertaining, the only thing a person can truly say honestly is whether they're entertained or not. Nobody can factually say this guy sucks. That never hit me till today on my walk. If it's entertainment, the entertainment is the measure of the success. If I'm an entertainer and I entertain, then I'm entertained and I've succeeded. If not, then I haven't. But there's no Bizarbees in the sky that gets to say, no, he sucks ad infinitum and bullshit. And no, it's your opinion, asshole. Bizarbees I speak to. If it's entertainment, it's subjective. It cannot be objectified. There's no one authority that can say it sucks or it doesn't suck. So that just hit me on my walk today. And that was my 3 epiphanies. I had 3 of them today on my walk. Should I rant a little bit more just about surrounding thoughts? Anyway, I redid the Poison. I can do better than the first. Often, see, with some of these bands I'm doing now, I've never done before. Like I've never, I think I played Heavy Wheels Has a Stone a couple times in my life, but I've never played One Action in my life till last night, till yesterday. I've never played Nothing But a Good Time ever. And I got all this to learn, and the first time I do it, I'm a little nervous, and plus I've got a lot on my head, shoulders to have to learn, and I sometimes don't do as well. So I do a second take. I think a second one's better on the Poison. If you guys don't think so, fine. But I think the second one probably is better. And I'm learning along the way about not just that song when I do covers, but the general concept. For instance, so I just have to hear about it. For instance, I find I have my mind, because I have Asperger's, is very literal when I read words. And I used to memorize lyrics that way for songs. But I didn't do that for the second take of Poison. I just listened to the lyrics. I didn't read them. I didn't Google them and read them. I figured I'd deliver them better if I just hear it instead of reading it. It's too analytical. It's too exacting. It's too precise. I just heard it and tried to remember by hearing this take. So maybe I think it came off well. Tell me what you guys think if you want. Another little thing I expressed progress in the second Poison trilogy was that when I go to solo, I used to think more than I do now. Like the line from Top Gun where Maverick says, if you think you're dead. Well, it's not that black and white in guitar, but I'm starting to think less when I solo. It frees up my hands to be more relaxed and just play what they really want to play, rather than thinking too hard while I'm playing and getting in the way of my own fingers playing what they want. And just, it gets me out of my own way to not think about what the notes I'm playing, to trust myself to know that I'll do the right notes. But don't worry about that. Don't think about that. Just play anyway. And I did that approach for the first time on the second take of Poison. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me tell what you guys think if you want. So that's little progresses I made on my walk today. I was really lonely today, but my fans really were there for me. Thank you, fans. You guys were really great. I think they sense me when I'm alone a little bit, or lonely or whatever, and I think they sense that, and they're more supportive when I'm alone, because I didn't have anyone. And I just made progress on my walk with these gestalts or breakthroughs or epiphanies, whatever you want to call them. So that's all, just those epiphanies. And yeah, and if I don't think about what I'm playing when I'm doing a song, I'm more expressive on the instrument than if I'm thinking too hard. Thinking takes time. And then by the time you thought, the moment can be past. You know, if you just go with the flow in the spur of the moment, sometimes it gets you out of your own way. And I'm starting to do that a little bit more. And that's part of what I'm learning in lieu of recording with the moderator, because he's no studio in sight from my end. I mean, he shows me pictures and that's great. I believe it. Maybe we'll record tomorrow, but I don't know that. And I'm not going to think that if I don't know it. I'm not going to think it if I know it might not be true and I'm going to be disappointed tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. I don't know when we're going to record. I have no fucking idea. Could be in 50 years. I don't know. But let him do his thing. Maybe he's doing great. We'll find out, won't we? Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.